Fans are so excited to see you promoted to full-time cast member this season. I guess people love someone who's petty with a purpose. What was your reaction to that well-deserved news?
I mean, I felt like I was a full-time cast member last season anyway. But yeah, no, I think it was, I mean, I was super happy to, it basically is a validation that what you did mattered or had an impact. And I just felt really good that, okay, I guess I resonated with people, and I mean, I definitely think I deserved that spot, so.
I agree. Well, your love life has also gotten a bigger spotlight this season. How are things going with Benji?
It's been going so good, and you really get to see it this season. You get to see more of my relationship with him, which is really great. And our dynamics are, you know, I always like to say he's almost as funny as I am, because I don't want to date someone funnier than me. Obviously, that's, you know, too much, but he's like, he can take it and give it back. So our dynamics are really good. And yeah, I'm glad that everybody's getting to see that this season.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. Yeah. You guys are so cute together.
Thank you.
Well, before we get into everything going on this season, I want to ask about some comments you've made about Lala Kent on social media. What are your true, honest thoughts on her, and how did you feel about her, Sheena, and Tom Schwartz kind of making bigger cameos in the Valley?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that we're all friends from way back in the day. Like, I've been in LA 9 years. I have known Lala since she, you know, integrated into the group on VPR. Like, I've been around for everything. And I think with any friendship, you have the ups and downs, and, you know, you might not see eye to eye on certain things. And so that might be where some of my comments online have come from. But I'm actually very happy to see Tom Schwartz on the show, even Sheena and Lala. Like, you know, the more the merrier sometimes. Do I think our show holds its own without them? Sure. Do they add? You know, possibly. So I'm here for whatever. If they come on, let's bring it, because they're part of our groups anyway, outside of filming, so it makes sense.
You seemingly called out some of the Vanderpump Rules girls after they unfollowed James Kennedy on social media. Why did you decide to do that?
I am, and you will, I think this is no surprise to anybody, I am Kristen Doute's best friend, number one. Like, you come for her, you come for me. That's kind of how my loyalty is in friendships. And I've just seen some not great behavior or friendship that I would consider like slights to her over the years. And even when people had all the information, they were making these conscious decisions to either talk about him in the press or to make light of things, when you could, if you wanted to, you could have just ignored it. You didn't have to hit it, you know, like hit it head on. You could have ignored it. You could have whatever. You didn't have to sing his praise. You did. There was just certain decisions that I was like, wow, this is, to me, it felt very fake. And then all of a sudden, when it's publicly not cool, and you know, oh, it's this other person, then all of a sudden it's a big deal and you want to make this splash. I just felt like, for me, I had to call it out.
Getting into the Valley season 2, you and Janet finally hashed things out in this week's episode.
There are a lot of things that have gone very sideways. I'm responsible for a lot of them. I feel like you're responsible for a few of them. I want you to know there always was sincerity to my apology, and I thought that we had apologized and moved forward.
Were you happy with that resolution, or did you think there was still more that needed to be said?
With Janet and I, it's always a back and forth, and we've been very close in the past, and you know, maybe in the future we will also be able to get some of what we had back. I do think it's an up and down at all. You know, you never know what it's gonna, which way it's gonna go. I do feel like with this episode and our resolution, we came to a really good place where I did feel like we could move forward and leave the past in the past and kind of try to work on things.
Now, you said you felt maybe a sense of betrayal when you learned that Brittany had told Janet some of the things you said about her last season. But when you confronted Brittany about it, it seemed like you guys were kind of able to get past it quickly.
Why are you crying? I thought it was a good conversation.
But like, Brittany, like, she just told me that you went to lunch with her and then told her what I said.
Because it was bad.
Then why the did you tell her?
I mean, maybe I shouldn't have, but at the same time, if she said the things that you said about her to me, I would have told you too.
I don't think you would have.
I would have.
I don't think you would have.
You.
Is that the nature of your friendship, or were you just kind of holding back because of everything she was going through?
I mean, with Brittany and I, we will always be, we're family. You know, our friendship is family. So you're gonna have ups and downs, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm always there to support her and she's always there to support me, and we're always each other's number ones. I do still feel like within the scope of that, I did feel a slight betrayal, or maybe more than a slight betrayal. And as you'll see the rest of the season, I don't know if I got over it that quickly, because it's kind of a culmination of like multiple things that had kind of happened slowly over time. But again, like, it doesn't matter because she's still my best friend, and we always get over and move past whatever fight we're in or whatever situation is like arises.
And that's what happens. You know?
Exactly.
You fight it out, you talk it through, you move
That's
on.
true friendship.
It is. Well, being so close to Brittany, I imagine it was really hard for you to watch that scene between her and Jax right before he went off to the mental health facility. What were your thoughts on that final argument?
Well, I've seen or been a part of many worse situations, so that was maybe Jax on light, which is crazy to say, but it's not true. I mean, it is not true or whatever. So unfortunately, it's just another day to me to see it. It absolutely kills me to see her have to go through this, and especially in that manner. But you know, I've been so proud of her, how she's handling it and how strong she's been when she maybe hasn't been able to do that in the past. So I think that's one thing to take away from it, is seeing her stand her ground and really not give him any leeway and move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. It is really nice to see her coming into her own now, for her and Cruz.
Yeah.
The internet's been a little divided on how she's handled Jax publicly, particularly her Watch What Happens Live episode last week. What's your take on that situation?
My take is nobody is in this situation, and also anybody that could say how she's handling this or have an opinion on how she's handling this should sit down, tape their mouth shut, and go away and don't be on the internet ever, because I'm so sick and tired of these people coming for her when she is so strong and she's doing what she thinks is best. And also, you don't understand the manipulation, the emotional beating down she has endured. And it's not because, you know, she wanted to, or like that she was in love. And if people aren't going to give her that leeway and that space to be like, oh, okay, we totally understand that it's going to be hard and you're figuring out how to deal with this extremely complicated situation, then we don't need your opinion.
Do you think that Jax has truly changed since getting sober? No.
So there we go. Just let's start it with no. Listen, here's the thing. I have been around for 9 years of their relationship. I have seen when Jax has actually changed. And, you know, after the things that have happened in the past, I saw a true change in Jax. That's why I could stand up at their wedding and be okay to be there and support their marriage. What you will see the rest of the season, there are definitely, he just hasn't changed, or he's actually gotten worse. And that's the biggest problem for me, is you're not even trying anymore. I've seen you try in the past, fail, and then pick back up and try again. I haven't seen the effort that he wants to say he's putting in. I'm sorry, it's not there, and I'm not gonna let you gaslight America or Brittany into thinking you are.
Well, anyways, let's talk a little bit about the reunion, because I know you guys filmed it last week. The internet was shocked that you and Michelle were seated in the last two seats. Did that surprise you as well? And did you get the last word like you teased on social?
I feel like people were in an uproar for different reasons for me and Michelle being the last seat. But, you know, I don't think the seating really matters unless you're the first seat. Those are the ones where it's like first and second, it's like those are the ones that obviously have the most drama, that have gone through the most and deserve to be right next to Andy, which undoubtedly was going to be Brittany, Kristen. Jax did not deserve to be second chair, but whatever. He could have zoomed in or been, you know, come in for a second. But yeah, I will just say one word about the reunion, because I don't want to give anything away. I will just say it was, well, actually controlled chaos. Because actually we somehow, I've never seen our group not talk over each other. We actually all did a really good job of like being pretty controlled until we weren't. So